free. And speak with one of our attorneys. The call is confidential and free.
This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
All right, great friends, what's happening? It is a Wednesday afternoon here on Kaplan and Crew with Grande and the Brown Man, and we come to you from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. Hey, Grande, please remind me, if you don't mind, before we get off the air today, a gift has arrived at my home for you and for Browner. Okay, a gift has arrived here at my home studio for both of you gentlemen, and I want to show you on the air later today what it is, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so remind me, I have gifts for you guys.
Dope.
Okay, and I will give those gifts to you either Friday when we have our lunch bunch or Saturday when we have our Ride One Up demo day. Either way, I will hook you up. As a matter of fact, just real quick while we're getting started here, you know, your cousin Nancy, who I love, who handles the kaplanandcrew.com website, she always sends me analytics reports on how the website is performing. And the truth of the matter is, we don't really promote everybody to go to our website. We promote YouTube and we promote all the audio podcast platforms. We never really promote kaplanandcrew.com. But cousin Nancy's so good at this web development stuff that yesterday we were just sending her things like, hey, we want to do a new calendar on the website. Also, Browner, I don't even know if you know this. Browner, do you know that we have a brand new merch shop on the
promoting
website?
it already?
Yeah, can we?
I guess we are.
Well, the reason is because when we started this merch shop, there's like a 15% discount on products.
Weeks.
For 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
All right, let me show you this really quickly, and I'm going to jump into what happened last night at Pearl Jam at Viejas Arena. So here's our website, kaplanandcrew.com. Everybody obviously can just go visit it on their own. Here's our brand new shop. Browner, you wanted it, you got it, okay? Fat Tony, I love you to death, baby. But this is a place where we can, we don't have to buy anything in advance. We don't have to ship anything. Alex, to your credit, you crushed it. You knocked it out of the park. So here's what you do. You go to kaplanandcrew.com. You click on the word that says shop. And then what happens is here's a whole bunch of merch. You got hats, coffee mugs, ladies' T-shirts, hoodies, guys' T-shirts, baseball, like 3/4 sleeves, water bottles. I mean, we've got a bunch of products out there now, all with our logos, and they make for a great gift, especially, by the way, for Mother's Day. And they're really, really reasonably priced. And now the beauty of it all is you order it, you decide on the colors, you get it shipped directly to you, and this company handles everything for us. Literally, Browner, how great is this? Hands out, Brown.
Dude, that's what I tried to tell you before, but Fat Tony's gonna come on, man. Come on, man. I tried to tell you this a long time ago. You didn't want to listen.
Just to think about my mom and pop mind. My mom and pop mind is like buy a whole bunch of stuff, store it, try and sell it, and then ship it individually. What in God's name was I thinking when all of this technology is out there for you? So if you go to kaplanandcrew.com, there's a full merch shop now. And if you're a fan of the show or a supporter of the show, whether it's a coffee mug, a water bottle, a hoodie, a T-shirt, a hat, any of these products, great.
More to come.
Yeah, more products still to come. All right, so now
Musgrove's average T-shirts coming your way.
Oh, dude, Musgrove's average is on its way. And then
actually, that's not what you should put on this shirt. Average
say?
Joe is what you should put on this shirt.
Average Joe. #Brown Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the beauty about this shop, and listen, Fat Tony, we're still going to use you. Don't worry. We need promotional shirts. We're calling you. But the beauty about this is, Browner, you can literally design an Average Joe shirt today, and it'll be on sale today.
Yeah. And I think it should be brown with yellow, and it should say Average Joe, and then underneath it, it should say #Brown Facts. We should have an entire series of Brown Facts T-shirts. Every time you say something outlandish, gosh, we'll have a new T-shirt up every day.
Yeah. No, they gotta be special Brown Facts.
Yeah,
they gotta be bracket worthy Brown Facts.
So if you go to our website, kaplanandcrew.com, not only do you now have this shop, but also, Alex, if you could just show everybody again, the calendar is up. So if you're wondering, what's the deal? When can I come to lunch? When can I go to dinner? How do I find out about demo days? All of this stuff is up here now on our calendar on the homepage of our website, and you'll be able to see what's going on. And cousin Nancy from Wicked Graphics, love you. You're awesome, and really appreciate how fast you work for us. And if anybody out there needs website stuff, Cousin Nancy, she's the go-to person. Wicked Graphics is the name of her company, wickedgraphics.com. All right, gentlemen, let me talk about a couple things here today. I'm going to start off non-sports, and then we'll get into the Padres, who had a doubleheader today in Cleveland. By the way, Clevinger pitching today in the
Stuff.
early game. And you know how like some pitchers have movements and motions that are so they're like they're just annoying. I mean, as a hitter,
Okay.
like Clayton Kershaw has a motion.
How about Craig Kimbrell?
Craig Kimbrell, the way he leans over and his arm is dangling and hanging. How about like a Kenley Jansen? Oh my God, Kenley Jansen's got like all these Tourette's kind of movements in what he's doing. Clevinger also got such a bizarre delivery,
Super.
so much to his delivery. And like, I'm just thinking to myself, I'm going to batter him in the batter's box. And I'm like, dude, pitch the freaking ball, man. All this gyration and movement, you're freaking me out, which I guess from a pitcher's perspective is probably a good thing. From a hitter's perspective, it's like, come on, throw the ball. I'm trying to time you up here, pal.
Guy's got stuff. He's got stuff.
Oh, we'll see. We will see. You've got me now rooting against Clevinger to make me root for Musgrove, whereas you're rooting for Clevinger and you're rooting against Musgrove.
I'm not. I'm not rooting
Yes,
against
you are. Yes,
anyone.
you are. Yes,
what
you
are
are.
you doing?
No,
Actually, Scott, I think that you are reading that situation particularly wrong.
Yeah.
You just have to root extra hard for Musgrove now.
Mhm.
Like you're not rooting against Clevinger. Like the Clevinger's going to do his thing. Blake Snell, if he ever comes back, is going to do his thing. Don't root against him. Just root harder for Musgrove.
Oh, okay. That's actually a good perspective, Alex. Thank you for that.
He's not gonna pit us against each other again, like with the Padres.
Yeah.
He's already got you rooting against the T's, kinda. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't let him suck you in. Don't let him take you into the upside down like Stranger Things. Don't do it.
I'm not. I'm gonna try not to. Look at that face. Look at him. Listen,
Let's
what?
go, Clev. Look at that stuff. My guy's out here with stuff, throwing stuff, movement, unhittable pitches.
Unhittable. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, speaking of unhittable, Musgrove has a no-hitter. Unhittable, just so you know. That's stuff.
Against ground ball. Against who?
You tell me. Who did Musgrove throw the no-hitter against?
Did you know he gave up 5 runs to the Reds? Did you know that? The pathetic Reds.
What he's
Did
doing?
You know that?
He's already
here.
Rooting. Let's move on.
He's literally rooting against Musgrove.
I'm
We've had 2 days of
questions.
We've
Okay.
had 2 days of it.
I just.
Who has the most wins in baseball, Browner?
I'm inquisitive about whether or not you knew that. I asked you a question.
Who has fourth most strikeouts in all of baseball? Who has the most wins in baseball?
Excuse me?
Okay, let's move on.
All right, listen.
Who has a career 4 ERA?
You tell us who.
Oh, now it's silent. Now we got crickets in the building, huh?
Because I actually don't know.
What's up, Mr. Stat?
Wait, do you have these numbers in front of you? Does Musgrove have
393?
That's not 4. That's 393.
All right. Okay.
When you're an agent for Joe Musgrove,
you don't round up.
That he already starts with a 3, sir.
Yeah.
Not a 4. That's
tell that to the Padres who go, that's a 4, sir.
That's at least a couple $1 million difference.
He is rooting. He's legitimately rooting against Musgrove. You know what he's going to do? He's gonna vandalize the Musgrove
mural.
Mural.
Why would I do that?
You're gonna go down to the Musgrove mural and you're gonna write #average.
No. I'm just gonna stand next to it with a cup of Joe and take a picture.
All right, let me do this. Let me tell you guys a quick little story about last night. By the way, I was in your neighborhood, guys, last night at about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Thanks for hitting us up.
1 a.m. I figured Alex was definitely sleeping.
Were you at the park at Browner's house?
I was not. I was in El Cajon at some 24-hour taco shop.
We don't live in El Cajon.
Dude, it was El Cajon Boulevard. I mean, it was right down the road from North Park.
I mean, El Cajon's a really long street, though. Like, where in El Cajon Boulevard?
I would say like
College
probably
area?
considered more like Normal Heights, I guess, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let me tell you what happened. Last night, my favorite band is Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
Right. And Pearl
Who are
Jam,
they?
you never heard of these guys, huh, Brown?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned them in the segment before. What they sing?
Oh, they sing a lot of big superstar songs, man. It was jam packed last night at Viejas Arena. In fact, when you see Viejas for a basketball game and they've got 12,414, I would say last night, if I had to take a guess, there were probably 13,000, maybe 14,000 inside Viejas Arena because everybody takes over the floor. But last night, Pearl Jam opened their tour here in San Diego. And what's super cool about that is, for anybody that doesn't know this, the lead singer of Pearl Jam, guy by the name of Eddie Vedder, this is for you, Browner. He actually grew up here in San Diego, went to high school here in San Diego.
Nice.
And then in probably the late 80s, early 90s, went to Seattle when the grunge movement was happening. And that's where Pearl Jam became Pearl Jam. But the kid, Eddie Vedder, I say the kid, I mean, guy my age, I'm sure maybe a little bit older. He grew up here in town. And last night, I think we got a show in San Diego that nobody else will have. Not LA, not Seattle, um, anywhere else that these guys travel around the country and around the world. We got a show last night that no one else will get. And the reason for that was because this was the beginning of their tour. They have been off the road for 2+ years through the pandemic. And Eddie last night wanted to do a lot of talking to the crowd because his mom was over here. His wife and children were over here. His guitar instructor growing up in Encinitas was up here. He mentioned Rick Sutcliffe, who was somewhere in the building last night.
Go fix that
He
thing.
mentioned, say again?
Go fix that thing.
Yeah, that's what as soon as he goes, yeah, my friend Rick Sutcliffe is here. And I was like, he's up in Congress trying to fix that thing with George Clooney.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody really got that except me.
Right.
I did run into a lot of great friends last night at this concert, people who wanted to high five and take pics and just sort of BS a little bit. It was a great night. Bill Walton was in the house. And at one point, Eddie Vedder is talking about Bill Walton, and the spotlight goes to Bill, who's kind of at like mid-court on the side where the basketball teams would have their benches. And Bill's up top, with his hands raised. And it was such a cool night. As a matter of fact, at one point, Eddie Vedder starts talking about going to high school at San Diego Academy in Encinitas and how he was a bad student. And that was because the beach and the ocean and the surfing was just too close to the high school to even want to go to school. Alex, you got any of this stuff that I shot from last night?
The amazing thing about San Diego High School was it was the proximity of that high school and where you could see the ocean. It pretty much guaranteed that you were not going to graduate. Be like, oh, let's go check out the waves at lunchtime. Periods 5 and 6. I don't think the teachers knew my name. I think they quit calling roll at some point.
So if you notice in that video I just gave you, Eddie Vedder is wearing a T-shirt that says 91X. Alex, I don't know if you have the other soundbite I sent you, which is the one where Eddie Vedder is talking about growing up in San Diego. There were
You
great
can't
radio
hear him,
stations.
though. That's
Can't
why I
hear
didn't
him?
get it. Not really.
Oh, no. Well,
Yeah.
if you notice, Eddie Vedder's wearing a T-shirt that says 91X,
Mhm.
and he said something like, "Hey, one of the things about growing up in San Diego is we had great radio stations here." And he said he started going into it, FAMA, Baja California, the Mexican like ID,
Legal ID.
right? That would run on 1090 or 91X for that matter.
Mhm.
And so to see Eddie Vedder wearing a 91X T-shirt, to hear him talk about growing up in San Diego and the great radio stations that were here and part of his life, to hear him talk about San Diego Academy, the high school that he went to, growing up in Encinitas, guitar lessons, surfing, the whole thing. I mean, this was his hometown concert, and this was the start of their tour. And I'm going to tell you something, last night was amazing. It was really, really incredible. And glad at the last minute I decided to go. I actually got an invitation from some friends, and I was like lucky as hell to be there. And it was awesome. It really was.
Was it
great.
you said it was a Pearl Jam show or an Eddie
Mhm.
Vedder show?
No, it was a Pearl Jam show.
Do they have a new album out, or are they just reunion, or are they 25-year anniversary? Like what's the
No, I don't know if they're promoting a new album. I assume they are because there were a couple of songs in there that I didn't really know. But they played a lot of the classics that you'd want to hear. And if you notice the stage, there's no frills. This is not a stage show. This is a rock and roll concert. In fact, there's no curtain behind them so that the other, like maybe call it I don't know, 2,000-3,000 people could be
Yeah.
behind the stage
Awful
and
seats.
see and hear. Yeah, they would normally be awful seats, but the band would turn around and go perform for these guys on the other side. So it was an amazing show. Do I have any other pictures or videos that from last night? You have anything else? I ran into.
We love you, bro. Bill, this is for all these guys who got super blood in their veins.
Yeah, there's Bill Walton. Here's a picture of Eddie Vedder. Like I said, kind of a still shot with that 91X t-shirt on. I think anybody in radio in San Diego is super proud of that. I ran into these two characters. Browner, can you name these two guys?
Ooh, I know the guy on the left.
Come on, you think he's gonna know names?
Come on,
I've
Browner.
seen the guy on the left before. Many
Two old
times.
white guys? Come on, you got to know who these guys are. Come on.
I know the guy on the left. I don't know the guy in the center.
The guy in the center, that is Bernie Wilson, the longtime San Diego Associated Press writer. And the guy on the left is Jay Paris, longtime San Diego sports columnist and author. And I ran into those two characters last night down at Pearl Jam. This is the early part of the show.
What do we think about wearing band shirts to the concert that you're going to?
I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
I don't have a
How?
problem
But
with
you don't want people to bring a glove to a game.
No, that's
It's the
different.
Same thing.
No, it's not. It's not the same. I mean, that's like saying don't wear a jersey to the game.
No, you can wear a jersey
I don't
to the
wear
game.
I
What's
don't
wrong with
wear a
that?
jersey to a game. I don't wear a jersey, period. But if I could have found my Pearl Jam t-shirt last night before I went, I would have worn it, but I couldn't
That's
find
the same thing.
Right. That's right. It is. So wearing a t-shirt to a concert with the band's name on is fine. I don't, at least in my rules
But
of
you wouldn't wear a
etiquette.
jersey to a game?
I just don't have jerseys. I'm not a jersey wearer.
All right. If you had one, would you wear it?
Probably not. Probably not.
All right.
I'm not a jersey
Glad we
wearer.
cleared that up.
So spectacular show. And then, like I said, by the time we got out of there last night, I mean, they played till midnight. And by the time I got out of there and we jumped into a car and the traffic was just so bad getting out, and we wanted like some late night munchies,
Mm-hmm.
And we went to some 24-hour taco shop on El Cajon Boulevard that took a really, really long time because there was like one person taking orders and cooking. But I'll tell you right now, the food was bomb AF.
Nothing hits like a good taco shop at midnight, dude.
Yeah, I know. Chicken
It
quesadilla,
slaps different.
just so good. So good. Yeah.
Yesterday I had a breakfast burrito for the first time in like a really long time,
Mhm.
and I felt like trash.
Mhm.
Because like if you don't eat, I'm telling you, like like if I drop it on the table, you're gonna hear it. Kind of breakfast burrito, and I
Mhm.
ate it
Thud.
all.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, felt like ass.
Yeah.
But
I
man, at
understand.
midnight after a show,
Yeah,
it's good stuff right there.
I know. I didn't get into bed last night till 2 a.m.
Yeah, I
on
got
a
an
school
email
night.
from you at 1 a.m. and I was like, "What's this knucklehead doing?" Yeah,
Yeah. 1 a.m. I know. And then 2 o'clock in the morning is when I finally got into bed last night.
Can I ask you about, since we're on Pearl Jam,
Mm.
and I don't mean this in a derogatory question at all, but why are they so big? Because they weren't. I know they came out in the grunge era, but culturally they weren't like Nirvana, or were they?
Oh, they're way bigger than Nirvana. Way bigger
Yeah,
than
I just
Nirvana.
don't get it. I never
Well,
understood it. Like
here's
Eddie
what it
Vedder,
is.
can't understand a single word he's saying.
Oh, I
His-
totally disagree. I
His
know every
style of
word.
singing.
No, dude, I know every word to every song, and I'm singing it
Is that because you
along
bought
with
the
him.
album and you were reading the back of the
No, it's just
of the cover?
you know what it really is? It really is, and I'm sure it's like this for any bands that you guys love as well. When you think back on your life and you think about, like, I'm thinking the early 90s. That's when Pearl Jam was just sort of exploding. And that was a band that I had their cassette tape and it was in my car and I listened to it every day and I knew all these words. And all these songs take me back to a place where I was when I was a kid. So they're like anthems in your life, you know? And so whether it's Pearl Jam for me or it's different band
No, I
group for you
understand
guys.
why you like them. I just don't understand. Like I really never have understood how they got so big.
Oh my God, dude. They have
Be-
so many songs
I know, but you can't
that are,
understand a thing
I'm
he's
telling
saying.
you, you can understand all the words. You can. These songs, they
This is my
just
hot take of the day.
they're
You can't
they're a,
understand Eddie Vedder. You can't.
no, they're a big
Like that is an Eddie Vedder song.
I'll tell you, man, they were on fire last night though. They sound for an opening night of a tour, having not played in 2 years. Now remember, I saw them last summer at Ohana Fest in Dana Point, where that was the first time they'd played together since before the pandemic. And this is the start of their tour. So from here up to the Forum in LA for a couple of nights. But I'm telling you, anybody who sees them at the Forum, you will not see the show that we all saw, because we saw the hometown show last night, which was really, really amazing. Hey, speaking of hometown, I just want to remind everybody that it's Mother's Day this upcoming Sunday. And if you're looking for something special to do for mom, consider our partners over at iThrive MD, 858-240-1497. When you call right now, you can save 50% on your IV therapy when you use our promo code Kaplan, but you're buying for mom Botox injections, filler. Alex, do you have more detail on the costs related to that?
Yeah.
Because the filler is like $100 off, right?
Yes.
And the Botox injections, which are usually like $13, are down to like $9.99 or $10.
Yes, $9.99 a unit for Botox with $100 off filler. And then when they do that, they also, did you say the 50% off the IV treatment?
Yeah, 50% off your IV treatment when you use our promo code Kaplan. So look, you're thinking about mom on Sunday. What am I going to do for her? What can I get for her? What's unique? What's different? What's special? What does she want? She wants the gift of beauty. iThrive MD. You're going to save 50% when you use our promo code Kaplan. Call them 858-240-1497. All right, I talked Pearl Jam and late school night. Let me talk some sports.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Dominating the SoCal radio airwaves for over 20 years. Join Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner for Kaplan and Crew every Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. Only on the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the mightier1090.com.
I say we get rid of it.
We? I was the one who went and got it.
What if he finds out we opened it?
If your crazy neighbor cared, he wouldn't have thrown it away, right?
This is bad. This is bad. This is bad, what we're doing.
I wonder if this was Grandma's. Today was my first day at Lockwood Hat.
Nobody wants you here.
This white boy kept staring at me.
I'm James.
Why are you talking to me?
This is not like any other relationship. One slip and we're done for.
What I care about is this family's reputation.
Rugby. It's America's fastest growing sport and the predecessor of American football, combining football's physicality, the free-flowing grace of soccer, the ball-handling skills of basketball, and the intensity of ice hockey. No pads, no helmets, all action. Rugby Wrap-Up and Major League Rugby every Thursday night at 9 p.m. on Your View.
Hanging out at the beach? What a lifestyle. And you could be here every day if you entered the San Diego Giving Back Raffle, a benefit for Ronald McDonald House Charities of San Diego.
Grand prize is this multi-million-dollar home 1 block from the ocean. Or you can win a sports car, a dream vacation, or cash. Everyone is guaranteed to win a fabulous prize. The Giving Back Raffle helps families in need, like the Uggan family.
Visit sdraffle.com to learn more.
Main streets are the heart of our communities, where we connect with our neighbors, support local businesses, and share new adventures. Main Street Living celebrates all of this, bringing you uplifting stories with guests from across the country and your community. Main Street Living covers what's important to you today, from our street to your street. Join Cheryl, Danielle, and Quincy for Main Street Living. Mondays at 9 on Your View.
Watch the Austin Gilronis take on your San Diego Legion Thursday, May 28th at 5 p.m. on YourView.
Welcome back. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, John Browner, and Alex Padilla.
All right, great friends. What is going on? It is Wednesday, May 4th. This is Kaplan and Crew along with Grande and the Brown Man, and we come to you from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. Remember, June 2nd, our first ever supper club at 7 Mile Casino. You can find more information, or at least what we've put out so far, on kaplanandcrew.com. All right, guys, Padres doubleheader today because yesterday's game in Cleveland was rained out. So the early game started. What time, Alex? Was it like
10?
Maybe like 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning? Yeah, early. I did see, a little bit of Clevinger earlier, and I did see Manny Machado hit a 2-run home run in the third. And so I was watching earlier today, at least game one. And I'll say this, there's a lot of excitement, even though, Browner, just so you know, not from me. No excitement from me, buddy. I'm waiting until after the All-Star break to get excited about these Padres, or
False.
get high on them or get low on them.
False.
What do you mean false?
False. You can't get. First of all, if you get high on them, or it's promising not to get high, but you then can't get low on them either.
Yeah, I'm neither nor. I'm steady Eddie, buddy.
All right.
That's it.
Steady Eddie, whatever, Vedder.
That's right. Steady Eddie Vedder. That's right. Very good.
If anyone's
Anybody
gotten
go
low
ahead?
on them, it's been you, Browner.
No, I just reshuffled the bus. That's all.
No, you
I let
said
somebody else take the wheel.
You literally said on Monday after the Patty the Batty incident, I'm out.
I said, Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah, I'm out. You got low on him. You ruled him out. You're like, I'm out.
I said, I'm out. I'm not driving the bus. You go back and look at it.
What I'm saying is that's getting low on him, dude. You got low on him.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Nice try. Sorry. Nice try.
Yeah.
Nice try.
Just a fact.
Yeah, it is. It's a Brown fact.
I mean, listen.
No,
I'm
it's
not
not
going out here saying we should give a guy with a 4 ERA $20 million.
Here we go.
But cool.
Again, he is now anti Musgrove. Just as he's anti Ohtani, he's now anti Musgrove. You are anti Musgrove. It's true. It's true.
All right, man. All right, listen.
You can't drive the bus, dude. You can't even be on the bus if you're anti any of your players.
I'm not. What are you? Well, first of all, you spent the entire last year being anti Tommy Pham, so stop it.
Yeah, well, Tommy Pham is no longer here because he was bad news.
But you can't tell me I can't be anti somebody when I'm not anti somebody. You were anti somebody the entire season last year.
Everybody was anti Eric Hosmer.
See? So it happens.
Yeah.
Except Browner, because now he wants Hosmer over Musgrove.
Shout out.
That's where you
Everyday
lost
player.
people. People were like, what did he just say?
Raking. Raking, bro.
Well, it is interesting about Hosmer. He is kind of putting out for everybody what I think many of us were able to figure out without him telling us this, which is that the major difference in the Padres this year versus last year is not necessarily on the field or on the roster. It's all in the clubhouse and the way the guys play together or respect each other or have fun being around each other. Bob Melvin, a real baseball manager, not some puppet that AJ Preller found in the Texas Rangers organization. This is a totally true story. But I remember talking to several of the former Padre players who were part of the interview process when they hired Andy Green. I know I've told the story before, but these guys said to AJ Preller, dude, Andy Green is 5'6". I mean, he's a tiny little shrimp. That's what they called him. And they said, you can't have that guy in the clubhouse and expect everybody to respect him. And Preller's like, what does his height have to do with anything? And the players were like, I know this sounds ridiculous, but if you don't respect the guy as a former player, and if the guy doesn't have this stature to make people, I don't want to say physically intimidated, but just like they compared it to Bruce Bochy. They said Bruce Bochy, let me just finish this thought. They said Bruce Bochy was big and physical, and guys just had a respect for him. And guys did not respect Andy Green. they did not respect Jace Tingler because they looked at him as little teeny tiny nobodies. Like they're short, they're small, and they didn't have a playing career. Whereas a Dave Roberts, for example, who's also a short guy, Dave Roberts had a really, really good career as a player. So I've heard this complaint from guys, and Bob Melvin walks into this clubhouse and he has the physical stature. He also has the background and the track record of success. And when you look at what Eric Hosmer said, you can put it up on the screen, Alex. Eric Hosmer is crediting Bob Melvin for why this team seems to be significantly different this year, even though for the most part, the roster is virtually the same. Alex, you want to read for everybody what Hosmer had to say?
Sure. Something that is refreshing with having Bob here is he kind of has that old school mentality of baseball. Guys on second, get the guy over, guy on third, you get him in. And I think maybe it kind of got away from that for a while. It was a lot of launch angle and a lot of get the ball in the air and all that stuff. So maybe I kind of got away from that a little bit. I definitely feel more secure with Bob. I'm not really checking my phone every 2 minutes to see where I'm going to end up. He's made it clear that he wants me here. The coaches and my teammates, they've made it clear that they want me here as well. That's given me a lot of confidence.
See that, Browner? You're on the Hosmer train. Everybody wants him here, including you, pal.
Ask and you shall receive. I just want him to play better. Now he's playing better. Stay put. As long as you stay on the right side of first base.
This goes back to what I was saying last year about how I think baseball managers are the most overhyped coach in all of sports. Because when you start to overcoach, which I'm sure Jay Stingler was trying to do last year, when you start when you start throwing all these statistical things at him, like launch angle, and dude, what got you here? Why are you here? Why did we give you $187 million? Go do that. Stop tinkering and toying and looking at every single little detail of his swing, breaking it down frame by frame by frame by frame. That might work for some guys. But, in baseball, it's all up here. It's all in the head, dude. It's a mental game as way more than it is a physical game. Yeah, you need physical tools, but just get out of their way. Let them do their thing. They'll figure it out. Joe Musgrove, my favorite player on the Padres, said one of the reasons we love Bob, he never comes in the clubhouse. He lets us do our thing. He never comes in the clubs. And he even said the best managers are the ones you never see. And I agree. Baseball managers are useless. I'm not useless, but
wow,
pretty much useless.
Wow.
Get out of the way. Bring in the right pitcher if you're even making the call, if it's not coming from upstairs. And don't
So if they're
overthink
pretty much useless, what's the difference between the last guy and this guy?
The other guy was always in the freaking way, trying to coach, trying to manage, trying to tinker and do all these things. Hey, let's watch tape. Hey, guys, team meeting. Hey, guys, this. When you got Manny Machado yelling at Fernando Tatis, there's something terribly wrong in there. This guy knows to get the hell out the way.
Well, I think the other part of it is that Bob Melvin is, as Hosmer kind of talks about, he's an old school manager. So while he may have access to the data and the analytics that may help him make decisions along the way, he's treating these guys like grown-ups,
like professionals,
and he's managing the game, not managing individual personalities. And to your point, not trying to overcoach and not feeling this need to prove this is why I'm here. And further, nobody, I mean nobody, took one word from Jace Tingler or Andy Green and took it seriously for a variety of reasons. But the first two that come to mind is, number one, nobody respected them as former players. And number two, everybody assumed that they were just puppets for the general manager. I think that they believe that Bob Melvin is making his own calls and doesn't have AJ Preller pushing things and cramming things down on him.
Two incidents really stand out to me with those two previous managers. One, when Dave Roberts pushed Andy Green, physically pushed Andy Green, you never, ever see managers fight another manager like that, ever. And for Dave Roberts, of all people, to have that little respect for the other manager than to push Andy Green, and then big ass Mark McGwire has to step in between the two of them. That was when Andy Green was totally lost. And for Jace Tingler, it happened pretty early. It happened in Texas in the 2020 season.
Right. That
When
was
he
the
made
3-0.
Tatis apologize for the 3-0 grand slam, he
Mhm.
lost it. He lost the club.
Yep.
I don't care what
Yep.
anybody says. It was over right there. Yes, they
Right.
went to the
Even
playoffs.
though
Yes,
right.
but it was a 60-game season.
Right. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. So listen, I think again, it doesn't really require us to be in the clubhouse, and it doesn't really require us to, and I say us, I mean the whole fan base, to be an expert analyst to see that when you have virtually the same players and you change your manager and your manager is a credible guy, therein lies a
Do
big
you
difference.
think
I do
that
wonder
baseball
just from a
managers are called managers because they're just supposed to manage? They're not even supposed to coach.
Mhm.
Just manage them.
I
I know
do
I'm taking
wonder
it
this
very
though.
literal, but I think it is very, very on point.
I'm gonna throw something at you that might sound crazy, but tell me what you guys think. Is there anything also to Tatis being out right now? In other words, the Padres are playing good ball. They're playing a winning brand of ball, and they don't have one guy that is now considered one of the faces of baseball. Because really, even though Manny Machado is a $30 million a year guy, nobody's a superstar on the team other than Tatis. And he's not around, and they're playing good ball, and nobody's having to manage an ego, a personality. Um, I just wonder if Tatis being out right now is actually kind of a good thing in a weird way. How much better would they be with him? I mean, would they win 1 or 2 more games with him? 3 more games, maybe?
I would
Or
say,
is
I
not
mean,
having
I can't get on board with that. I would say that their record is very indicative of the teams that they've played so far.
okay,
I mean, they
fair
got
enough. You
6
pointed
wins
that out
against the
last week.
Reds.
Yeah, right.
That's very helpful, and they have a below 500 record against good teams. So,
Mhm.
I would say that more than anything. But I don't know. I mean, you're not better because Tatis isn't there.
No, I'm not saying you're better and that, hey, gosh, it's like an argument in basketball. You know, a superstar player goes out and they're like, maybe they're better without him. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the way the season has started and him not being around and them still playing winning baseball, and to your point, they've played really well against losing teams and they haven't played so well against winning teams.
I think Bob said it in spring training too. If you guys remember, he's like, this is he didn't say it's a good thing, but he did say we're gonna have to learn to win without him. Like we're gonna have to learn to win without him. CJ's gonna have to step up. Kim's gonna have to step up. The other guys are gonna have to step up. To see them actually step up, I think Kim's been resurging a little bit here in the last couple of games. That's a positive. But no, I mean the team's way better with Tatis.
Yes, but the team is better. I'm just saying I'm wondering about chemistry and babysitting and leadership, and I'm just wondering out loud. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
Reaching out loud, I would say.
Yeah, it's kind of a reach. I'll acknowledge that. I'll acknowledge
Because
that.
he's been around the team. He's been in the
Yeah.
dugout. He's not traveling with them at the moment, but he was traveling with them. He is at every home game. So I just think he's around. He's still part of the team. We saw him play soccer. We yelled about him playing soccer because he was
Yep.
playing soccer with other teams. Like he's around. He's still part of the fabric of this team.
Yeah, I just go back to that point you made about, last year Manny having to ball him out, where Manny's having to teach this kid to grow up, and obviously there's a lot of growing up that still has to happen because of the fact that he's not playing right now because frankly he was being irresponsible,
Yeah.
Anyway, Browner, you don't seem to be in on this.
I'm not even gonna justify getting involved in that to think that they're better without him. Come on, bro. Stop it.
I'm not saying they're better without him. I'm
You
saying
wouldn't say that about
they've-
Ohtani. You wouldn't say that about fake Trout. So I'm not even gonna get in the mix of that.
Wow.
You got to get a better nickname for Trout.
I'm gonna let you do that.
Would you call him fake Trout?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna let
Trout.
you do that.
What do you call him?
Fake
Trout? Fake
Fake
Trout.
Trout. I got to work on that one.
Imitation
Yeah.
Trout.
Yeah.
I got to work on that one.
Ohtani pitching tomorrow. We got Ohtani Day tomorrow. That's
Yeah, I
He was
can't wait
hurt.
for Ohtani Day.
He was hurt, so he had to miss a couple days because he was hurt.
Well, he had a little bit of a groin. Why would you possibly risk it?
Well, he actually didn't miss any time. He just pinch hit one game.
Mm-hmm. How'd he do?
Why would you?
But at least he's not
How'd he do?
missing 60 for riding a motorcycle. Am I right?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. Give me the
He got
entertainment.
he got hurt exactly like you said you would prefer Tatis to get hurt instead of playing soccer, doing baseball activities, and you still knock him.
cool.
See,
That's
see,
cool.
you can't have it both ways, bro.
You can't
You
win.
can't have it both
Ohtani
ways,
Ohtani
bro.
cannot win.
Let's see Ophony pitch against the Red Sox. Let's see him
Let's
pitch
do it
against
against the
good competition.
Astros. Do it.
Yeah, right.
New guidelines and parameters every game. I love it.
I don't understand when consistency became, when somebody does something once, now all of a sudden on this show, let's throw them a parade.
see
They
Mike
did it
Trout?
one time.
Mike
Oh,
Trout's
they did it one
crushing it.
time. Oh, let's throw them a parade. They did something once.
What'd they do? What did he do once?
Cool. No. I'm intaking what I'm hearing, and that's what it sounds like to me.
I don't know what
You
you're talking
said
about.
do it against the Astros, and that's all we did. You set the parameter.
Keep it going.
Yeah, keep it going. Agreed.
Mhm.
He's not having a good year so far.
Keep it going.
Well, Ohtani will pitch tomorrow, and we'll be on Ohtani watch. Did anybody happen to catch any of the Dodgers Giants start to their series?
I watched
last
most
night?
of that game last night.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm out on basketball, out completely. So
Mm.
I watched most of that game, and I was surprised how little attendance there was at the game. I know they announced 40, but that was not 40,000 people at the game. I was like, I thought Dodgers Giants was the rivalry. That's what I keep hearing from Dodger fans. Padres don't matter. Padres don't matter. That was a 30,000 people max at that game yesterday.
I wonder why. It's a Tuesday night.
The top
Yes.
little area,
Mhm.
empty. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I thought these were the Giants. The Rams were in the
Right.
house. Cooper Kupp threw out the first pitch.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh yeah, right. He's a system first pitch guy too. He's a system wide receiver,
Shocker.
and he's a system first pitch guy too.
No one showed up or cared that Cooper Kupp was at the game. Look,
Yeah.
man, y'all can talk all y'all want about the Giants being the rivalry. Giants ain't got no flair. Giants ain't got no style. They ain't us. They ain't us. So they ain't nobody getting pumped for that. They ain't got no marquees over there. This is where it at.
Well, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you
Us.
a question. If the Padres were playing in LA last night, you think the crowd would have been bigger?
Yep.
I do think so
100%.
too. I feel like well, Brown, go for it.
Well, I just, for me, I think that they are more in tune with what we're doing because we fight back. We argue back. We have players that we feel like there are other marquee players. We've had Manny Machado. They had Manny Machado. They're built-in reasons for that fan base to be more energetic and more excited about playing the Padres than to be playing the Giants.
I don't think that's the case at all.
All right, well, then what is it?
I think that is a typical Padre perspective.
Okay, then what is it, Mr. Outsider?
Well, what is what?
You're saying my reason is inaccurate. Then what is the reason?
What is the reason why there were only 40,000 people last night rather than 55,000 people at a Giants Dodgers game?
Why it appeared to be less exciting in the stands or the crowd to be less excited for them to play the Giants and not sell out than if they played the Padres and would have sold out.
Well, first of all, obviously it's just theoretical that they would have played the Padres and sold out. We don't know that would have been the case on a Tuesday night. I literally don't know. I would have thought that the Dodgers and Giants, even on a Tuesday night, especially after the way the season went last year with the two of them chasing the division title and both having over 100 wins, and the Giants, who most people thought were going to come back down to earth and haven't so far this year, I'm also kind of surprised. But I got to say, on a Tuesday night, I'm not normally going to go out to a baseball game. Last night, I was like, damn, I'm out late at this Pearl Jam concert, and it's a school night tonight. I got to get home and get in bed. So I don't really understand why people do or do not go to a baseball game. I'm told, this has always been kind of the rule of thumb, that Tuesday night is always the slowest night for any baseball game. Now, tonight, when the Dodgers play the Giants, it's Wednesday night. Will there be a full house tonight? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
I looked it up too because I was curious. Who has Dodgers normally have the most attendance in baseball? They do so far. Cardinals second, Padres third.
Oh wow,
Padres.
Yeah,
third.
well, having the that Dodgers series early in the season and 133,000 people going through the turnstiles down at
But I
Petco
just
Park.
remember like that series against the Reds. How many people were there like on a Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday? I was like, it's a new age in San Diego when it comes to the Padres. Because
Yeah.
I've been to many a Monday night games in Petco
11,000.
Park. 11,000, 12,000. It's not like that, at least so far. And last year, it's very different.
Yeah.
Just a shout
Hey,
out.
anybody going to any of the games this week? Because the Padres come home, and I don't actually even know who they're playing this weekend. But I know I'm going to the game. Who are they playing?
The Marlins.
Oh, the Marlins. I'm going on Friday night.
Nice. I'm not going any this weekend. I'm going on Monday against the Cubs.
Anybody want to go with me on Friday night?
Where you sitting?
I'm actually going to sit in the. Have you ever seen in the right center field area? It's called like the Templeton
Oh, yeah.
Spirits
No, I'm
thing.
good. Thank you, though.
No,
No, thanks.
you are so coastal elite now that you won't even sit out in a party zone.
No, I mean, I went for that Braves one. I'm saying, like, if I'm going to go with you to a game and actually stay longer than an hour, if I'm
Yeah.
going to go with you, treat me right.
Dude, you're gonna miss out on a really good time. This is an Ernie Hahn production.
Mhm.
This is his partnership with this company called Infinium Spirits. You talk about an open bar, dude, big open bar out there, and you're right on the field. It's an awesome place to sit if you like to kind of search around different parts of Petco Park. I'm telling you, dude, it's awesome.
Give me
I got an
two
extra ticket.
Give me 2 tickets.
I got an extra ticket. I got one. I got one. Oh, it's date night, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, me, you, and Mar are going to go out for a date. All right, stick around. We
What's
got a lot
Browner?
more we want to get to. Browner, you want to go with me Friday night?
Man, this dude didn't ask me to go.
I
Man,
did.
go.
I said, do
Oh,
either
yes,
of you want to go?
He said either of
I
us.
said, do
man.
either
Get
of
outta
you
here.
want to go?
Do the show. Do the show. Get out.
All right, we're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios,
be that guy,
and
Browner.
looks like it's going to be me, and I'm looking for a date.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for a date to go to the
Come on,
game.
from
Right.
from lunch bunch to outfield squad.
Right. 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. This is Kaplan and Crew with Grande and the Brown Man. We got a lot we're going to get to. Stick around.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
You're listening to the 50,000-watt Powerhouse, bringing you the new generation of radio up and down all of California with a little bit of attitude. This is SoCal Sports Talk, the all-new and mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio.
I'm tax attorney Adam Brewer. If you have a serious tax problem with the IRS or state of California, then you don't need a tax relief company, you need a tax attorney. Call or visit my website to schedule your free tax evaluation.
So I became a dentist because I just love science and I love art. I have a music background, so I wanted to do something that I can use the hand dexterity that I've developed, through my musical training. We've had a practice in San Diego for 25 years. It's called the Super Dentist. For over 2 decades, I've had parents ask me the same questions on a daily basis. And so I decided to put all of this information in one place. I wrote a book. Title of it is If Your Mouth Could Talk. Because if your mouth could talk, it would tell you about the condition of your entire life. Right now, the oral care marketplace is a mess. And so we decided to launch a new company called Supermouth, which is a subscription model of oral care. And so we want to be proactively educating parents, providing the tools and the oral care products to make sure they can raise healthier, happier, more successful kids. The education piece is a key piece in our company, because if you're educated as a parent, you're going to do the right things. People can find my book, If Your Mouth Could Talk, themouthbook.com, and purchase the book there, and also get some special gifts to go along with the book.
The 2022 San Diego Loyal season continues. Live on Your View and YourView.com. Watch the San Diego Loyal host the Colorado Springs Switchbacks Saturday, May 14th at 7 p.m. Come join us at Torero Stadium and support the San Diego Loyal as they continue their bid for the 2022 USL Championship. Tickets are available. San Diego Loyal versus the Colorado Springs Switchbacks, Saturday, May 14th on Your View. Join Jane Klaus on Creative Living as she shares fun and inspiring ideas for enriching your life.
I'm Jane Klaus, and on the next Creative Living, we're saving you money in your daily life. Easy steps to put cash back in your pocket. And we explore if buying an electric car is worth the cost.
Watch Creative Living, Sunday night at 8:30 on Your View and YourView.com. Creative Living. Imagine what you can do.
San Diego Legion Rugby is back, celebrating its 5th season of professional rugby in San Diego. Fun, excitement, entertainment. Just like all the sports you know, only better. San Diego Legion tickets are on sale now. Get yours today.
I'm tax attorney Adam Brewer. If you have a serious tax problem with the IRS or state of California, then you don't need a tax relief company, you need a tax attorney. Call or visit my website to schedule your free tax evaluation.
Listen to the Mike Greenberg Show, 7 to 9 a.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. Greeny brings his unmatched depth of sports knowledge, fun, and entertainment back to ESPN on a daily basis. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the Mightier1090.com.
Here's Kaplan and Crew Tonight's 60-second timeout with Haley Stasiak.
The San Diego Legion got the win against the Dallas Jackals on Saturday. The Legion snapped a 3-game losing streak with the 53-14 win. They had 8 players score in the win, including Will Hooley with 13 points and Peter Malcolm with 11. Ryan Matthias won Major League Rugby Player of the Week for his performance in the win. He had a try, 11 tackles, had 13 ball carries on 182 meters run. The Legion are neck and neck with the Seattle Seawolves for 3rd place in the Western Conference. They'll take on the Houston SaberCats in round 14 on Sunday. The last time these two teams met in February, the Legion got the win 31-20. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew Tonight.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by Your View. You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the Mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the Mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
All right, guys, you're only going to see this on Your View. This isn't for radio on 1090. This isn't for YouTube. This isn't for any of the audio podcast platforms. This is just for you guys that are watching on Cox Your View. The head coach of the San Diego Loyal, Landon Donovan, is jumping into Kaplan and Crew. Coach, how we doing, man?
What's going on, guys?
It is really great to see you. How's things going?
We're about a quarter of the way through the year, so not quite on the crazy grind yet, but rounding into form. So it's a good time of year.
You know, I've only been to one game so far, but my son's coming home from college for the summer. My daughter's coming home from college for the summer. We're going to start coming to a bunch of games. The one game I was at, the first game of the season, man, jam-packed crowd and exciting. Oh, my God, what a finish at the end. So, I mean, at least the one game I've been to so far, loved it. It was awesome. How's things going with the home crowd in particular?
Yeah, well, you had the best seat in the house, Scott, right behind the goal where we scored.
Right.
It looked like you guys maybe had a few adult beverages that night. That was a good night, but we have a pretty special atmosphere at our games. We don't have the numbers that Padres do or the Chargers once had, but the atmosphere I think is pretty special and unique. I think you would say, having been to a lot of sporting events. So we're very lucky. We get that at Torero. The stadium is really suited to creating an amazing atmosphere, and I think you saw it that night.
Sure did. No doubt about it. How's it going for you? I mean, I always think about it from your perspective, like you didn't need to be coaching soccer. You were passionate about bringing professional soccer to San Diego, but you have little kids. You had a great career. You were enjoying retirement. How's it going for you?
Well, Scott, once you have little kids, you got to find something to get out of the house. So it was mostly down to that. I love what I do every day. There are very few people, I think, in life, maybe you are one of the exceptions to, who get to do something they love. It doesn't mean it's not without challenges and difficulties at times, but I just love getting to come every day here and have a positive impact, hopefully, on a lot of young men's lives. So it's really enjoyable for me.
Hey, Landon, recently you guys got to go up and take on MLS's LA Galaxy. And I know the result wasn't what you wanted, but the performance wasn't bad. I mean, it was only 1-0. You take that result and you tell your team, like, look, we can compete with one of the best teams in MLS, and you take that going forward.
Yeah, I think what people don't realize about our league is how good it is. And until you come to a game, you see it in person, or you come to training and watch it, or you watch a game like against the LA Galaxy, you don't realize how good the players are. The difference is the Galaxy, can spend millions and millions of dollars to get special players that we don't have. So soccer is unique in that there's 11 players on the field and scoring a goal is very difficult. In basketball, you have a guy like LeBron. That player can literally take over the game. But in soccer, you don't have that except for a certain few, Messi, Neymar, a few around the world. And so that's the ultimate equalizer. And our league is very good and very competitive in that way. And you saw actually a number of teams in our league actually beat MLS teams in that US Open Cup where we played the Galaxy. So you can tell the levels are much more similar than people realize.
Wow.
You guys are bringing such a different energy. Like you said, your fan base and how passionate you guys are about, the fans are about the sport and the game. How are you continuing to give back to those fans? I mean, obviously you guys are playing teams like the Galaxy. What other surprises or what are some of the things you guys are cooking up to kind of give the fans like a thank you?
Well, this sport is pretty unique, guys, in that historically, the way soccer started was literally communities just starting a soccer club. And so that makes it really unique. In our country, we're used to baseball, basketball, football, hockey, where an owner, a wealthy owner comes in and starts the team, and then it trickles down from there. But soccer is truly the fans' game. So the fans in the community are just as invested as an owner or a coach or a player. And so that's why when you go to Torero and you see that energy, that's the feeling you're getting. It's a little different than going to other sporting events. But for us, from the beginning, our chairman and owner, Andrew Vasiliadis, he grew up in Point Loma. His family has donated tens of millions of dollars to multiple causes throughout the community, to Rady Children's, to education, to multiple things. And Andrew's first ever meeting with us, he made it very clear that he wanted this to be more than just a soccer team. He wanted us to become an institution like the Padres have been, like the Chargers were at one point, like Rady Children's Hospital, etc. So we want to be a part of the community in a real way, and it's important for us to live that every day. So we do lots of things that try to benefit the community in a positive way. We had a Rady patient out here yesterday, ironically named Landon, told him it was a great name, who was out here enjoying practice, meeting our guys, and that's one small way. But we're fortunate to have a group of guys who like to do that and have really felt loved by this community, and it's reciprocal too.
Well, Landon, we're all going to be watching these games on Cox Your View, and I know I will see you out there this summer. I'm looking forward to getting out to more of these games. Thank you very much for stopping by and for doing this Cox Your View exclusive with us here on Kaplan and Crew. We'll see you out there, man.
My pleasure, guys. Have a great weekend.
All right, Coach. Take care.
We are very proud to announce that the Mightier 1090 is SoCal's newest ESPN affiliate. Introducing the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. One of the largest radio stations in North America just got bigger and better. Joining forces with the worldwide leader of sports, ESPN. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
I'm tax attorney Adam Brewer. If you have a serious tax problem with the IRS or state of California, then you don't need a tax relief company, you need a tax attorney. Call or visit my website to schedule your free tax evaluation.
Hollander Dental is unique because we have been serving the Carlsbad community for over 25 years. We have a very spacious office with ample parking and state-of-the-art technology. The office has been newly renovated, so all the equipment and facility is brand new. Any patient visiting Hollander Dental can expect to be taken care of at every step of their visit.
With care and love and support. So when we're going through tough times, as dental work is and can be, they make it easy for us as patients.
Investing in your smile and your overall dental health in the long run will help you save money by preventing other medical conditions.
I would absolutely recommend Hollander Dental.
I do recommend Hollander Dental to anyone I know who needs something done.
If you love animals, Animal Zone is for you. From rescues to animal experts, Animal Zone is fun for the whole family. Watch Animal Zone right here on your view, Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. And visit animalzone.org to learn more about the show.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 a.m. ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.